Hey guys, how's it going today? Welcome to a new episode of your favorite podcast. This is episode 504 and this is your host Martin. Alright guys, I hope you guys are having a good day. Look, my day was, it was okay. I just have life throwing me lemons, that's the thing. PayPal is asking me for all sorts of documents for whatever reason. I don't know why. And just annoying. Some people think that everybody and everything just goes smoothly every day. Look, when you're an entrepreneur, out of the blue, you'll get stuff like this. You don't know why, it sucks, but you still have to deal with it, right? So that's how you build the resilience, and that's how you start building backup plans and stuff, So yeah, as much as it sucks, I have to deal with it. That's pretty much it on that topic. All right, so for today, I wanted to talk to you about something that I hear a lot and something that's actually causing you to work way too much unnecessarily, okay? Because there are things you can avoid, and for whatever reason, people just give you the wrong advice, or you have the wrong impression in your head, okay? So, I don't know, you might have heard this somewhere, or there is this myth, right, of, oh, he posted something on his Facebook page, and then he posted the same thing on his Instagram page. Oh, this is so bad. Why did they do this? You cannot use the same content on two platforms. You need to make two different videos. All right, so is this something that you actually had like in your mind? Like, oh, I need to do a video specifically for Instagram, one for Facebook, one for Snapchat, one for this, one for that, right? So you might have this, and I don't know who came up with this. I mean, yeah, it does make sense to a certain extent, because these platforms are different. All right, so the platforms are different, and people go to these platforms for different reasons. So yes, at some point when you have a process or something, then yeah, you ideally you want to be doing different things. Okay, but so here's the thing: perfection is the enemy of execution. I see so many people say, no, I'm not going to post anything because I already posted that there and blah, blah, blah. So they're only on one channel. And my question to you is this. Have you ever, and be honest, have you ever seen a content posted on, I don't know, Facebook? I don't know. Some people tell me, oh man, Facebook is for dinosaurs. So I'll say, I don't know, Snapchat or TikTok and Instagram. And then you basically rule that these people need to be dragged to court and executed on in a public place because they use the same content somewhere else. Has this ever offended you in any way? Like, oh, I can't believe these people did this. It doesn't, right? But for whatever reason, it doesn't bother you. It doesn't bother anybody. And you know it. It doesn't bother you. But for whatever reason, when it's time for you to post stuff, then you just assume that everybody will be like, oh, wait, I've seen that somewhere. And then people will take 5 hours to find a post on some other social networks to be like, I knew it. They just reused the same content. Nobody does this. Nobody freaking cares, okay? Here's the thing. Nobody cares. Because if you think that this is the case, this is what's happening. So either you're spending a lot more time creating videos, like different videos and all that kind of stuff for all these things, or videos or like content. I'm talking about videos, but it could be like written content and stuff, when nobody freaking cares, all right? So that's the first thing. So you might be spending so much time doing this. Or you might decide that, oh, you know what, I'm not actually going to post anything because some people will think, what would people think? I reuse the same content, I'm a fraud, and all that kind of stuff. Dude, let me tell you something. People don't care. They don't have time for this. And on the contrary, here's the thing. Because you have, and it happens to me quite often, right? You have so many people in your Instagram feed, Facebook feed, blah, 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 etc., right? If I see something that I already saw on Instagram, I saw it on Facebook, it will give me more reasons to actually go and check it out because I'm already familiar with it. And I'm like, oh wait, it wasn't Instagram, I saw it on Instagram, I saw it there, and blah, blah, blah. Oh, let me go check it out, right? That's the one, one that I'll tell you is the Aussie Man review. I mean, this guy, this guy's hilarious, right? But the thing is, it kept showing up on my Facebook feed for some reason. I don't know why. And then I saw it on like Instagram, some people posting that and all that kind of stuff. And because I already seen it, then I went and checked it out. And then I loved it. And then now I signed up to the YouTube channel and blah, blah. So now, so here's the thing. People are like, yeah, but what if someone, is signed up to my Instagram, my YouTube, my blah, blah. Look, here's the thing. I don't know how it works for people, but people usually have a platform that they like more than the others, and they will go and check out one in particular. Okay, so nobody is going to send you an email or send you the cops saying, well, you posted the same thing on YouTube, on Instagram TV, and blah blah. Nobody, right? And it could be that Bob, for example, he follows you on Instagram, right? He's not so much of a Twitter guy or a YouTube guy. He just likes Instagram. Right? So if you didn't post that on Instagram, then you would have missed out on Bob, right? But Susan, she likes YouTube, right? She likes to go there and blah, blah. So you'll get Susan on YouTube, okay? So if you ask me to be honest, only good things can come out of it. There is, again, nobody, it never bothered you in your life. It never bothered you to see the same thing posted somewhere else. It basically helps you be a little bit more omnipresent. Because people are different. Some people are more on Facebook, some people are more on Instagram, some people are more on Snapchat and all that kind of stuff. And if you are on all those platforms, then you'll be able to get those people where they are. They don't have to change their habits and come to the platform that one platform where you're posting just because you feel like, oh man, if I post somewhere else, what do I look like? Okay? So please understand this. And so what does it mean? All right? So what it means for you is less freaking work. Okay? You do the video once or the content or something, and then you can post it on different channels. All right? Obviously, you can make slight modifications, maybe the format, the size, has to be changed or something. Find an easy way to do it, honestly. I'm saying this because someone in my team, her name is Katie. She's brilliant. Honestly, she's brilliant. I love what she's doing. I love the way she thinks. And recently, she came up with suggestions about what we could do, right? Because one thing I'm always trying to teach her and to show her is how to kind of like repurpose content. Instead of having to create something new all the time, there might be a lot of resources that you already have and that you can just syndicate to other places. Or you can use some skills, some tasks that's already been done for something else. Why not using that for another project? Okay? And sometimes there are people you might be telling them stuff. They're like, yeah, I'm listening, and they don't. But she's awesome because she will listen and she will apply it. She came up with suggestions that I never even thought of myself, right? So she might see me as, as someone who knows more than her, I have more experience and blah, blah, blah. And theoretically, I know everything. I don't know everything. She knows stuff. She showed me what she's doing, for me. And I was like, dude, I never thought of this. I don't know how to do that stuff. She's far better than me at this. All right, so she's teaching me stuff. But one thing I really like about her is that she's adopting this mindset of, look, we have assets. How can we use these assets in the best way possible, the most efficient way possible, so that we can have an impact and don't have to produce too much work and in too much operational work, and we can focus on the strategy and put something in place that makes sense. Okay. So that's what I want you guys to do. It's I don't know. I honestly don't know where this thing came from that, one piece of content, this and that. Well, and again, as I said in the beginning, ideally, yes, this is what you want. So let me explain. So when you're just getting started, all right, you're just getting started you don't necessarily have the resources. It's not even a matter of resources, okay? Because there are some people you're like, oh yeah, it's easy, you have resources. It's not the resources. It's the systems, okay? Once you found the systems, the blueprints, the processes that allow you to execute very fast, very easily, it's flawless for you, all right? At that point, then because you were able to systemize everything so that you make time, then at that point you can start looking at, okay, let me try to do something different here, something different there and stuff. All right. So obviously, I mean, you can, if it's like an Instagram story or something right, like that, well, you can make a different one. You just press a button, just blah, oh yeah, look, I'm here, blah, blah, blah. That's not complicated. I'm talking about like producing like videos and all that kind of stuff. That takes time. Right? So in the beginning, what I will suggest is, in the beginning, just reuse the same thing. You want to be omnipresent. You want people to kind of be like, hey, wait, I already saw that person on Instagram. Oh, they're pretty famous. They're on YouTube as well. Oh yeah, they're on Snapchat and all. And people will start, taking interest in who you are because you're omnipresent. Right? And it's very easy, especially in the beginning. When you're a beginner, you just assume, just like when we were in school and stuff, that everything has to be perfect. And this is something that beginners suffer from is, oh man, it's not perfect, then I'm not gonna do it. Oh, I don't have 5 different videos to post on my 5 different social media, then I'm not gonna do it, all right? You're already in this trap, right? Your foot is already, these like bear traps and stuff, your foot is already in there because you're a beginner. Right? This thing is eating you alive. Every time you want to do something, you want, oh no, it has to be perfect and stuff. So please don't add this to the confusion and the limiting beliefs, okay? So in this case, make it easy for you to kind of like get your name out there. Reuse that content that you have created, okay? Over time, what you will realize is that you will be able to create your own systems to kind of like streamline the production of the video, the content, the blah, 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 and then it's going to be a breeze, okay? In the beginning, it might take you, 3 days for a video. I'm saying this, by experience. I had to create videos and the stuff. I had to do it myself. I don't know how to do it. It was taking me like 3 days to do it. Then, gradually I got better. I figured out, okay, last time I did this, I did that. So it became shorter. Now I have someone who does the videos and stuff for me, which is a lot better. But, see what I mean. In the beginning, it might take you 3 days. After a few years, after maybe a year of doing it every single day, it might take you an hour, all right? So now, instead of spending 3 days, you have an hour. You spend an hour, which means that all this time that you didn't have before, now you have it to be able to improve on what you have, okay? So, just to give you another example of constant improvement, this is what you need to be looking at. It's the constant improvement. All right, so for example, on my phone, I have an app that's called Shortcuts. Right, so it's an app that will allow you to automate your iPhone and stuff, right? If you're a wizard, then you can connect shortcuts to applications on the internet, and then you can have stuff happen from your phone. It's pretty cool. I have all sorts of things from my phone. I press a button and something will happen on the internet, add people to my membership site, or send an email to my assistant to create a YouTube channel. It's really cool stuff, okay? Anyway. So one thing is, I'm old school. I'm really old school. And some people in my team, especially my team member Katie that I was telling you about, she's really awesome. She doesn't necessarily use emails that much. I mean, now that she works in the company, she has to use it a little bit more. But she's not from that. She's not one of those people who use emails. And me, I'm someone, dude, I use emails. So every time I need a reminder of something, I will send myself an email, right? And this is maybe the thing that I do the most during the day. I mean, except doing, creating some tutorials and blueprints and processes for the team. This is the one thing that I will do the most on my phone because my brain is always working, right? My brain never stops. So if I have an idea, boom, I just send myself an email because I always check my emails, all right? So, you know, I realized that, you know what, sometimes it's a drag. So it's a two-step process, right? Because normally here's what I have to do. I have to go, you know, open the app, click on new message, enter the recipient, enter the subject line, enter the body, and send, okay? That's a lot of steps. Right now, what I do is I take my phone, I press one button, there is a box that appears that says, what's the subject? And then there is another box that says, what's the body? And then send. And then it connects to my email and sends an email to myself with what I just wrote there. It's a thing of beauty. It might not be much, like, yeah, well, you just saved like 5 clicks. But dude, this is what I do the most. You know, every single day I send myself maybe 10 emails, something like this, okay? Anyway, so what I realized was that very often I only want to send myself an email with the subject line, just as a reminder. I don't need the body, right? So yesterday I was on my scooter and I was like, dude, I mean, I should basically improve my process so that the body, I just pre-fill something in there because I cannot send it without body, right? So I just tweaked my little tool and now by default there's something written in it that says do it. Okay, so basically now I press one button, it opens the small box for the subject line. I tap the subject line, I press OK, body OK, that's it, it's sent. Okay, so it saves me time, all right? But then I went a step further. I was like, you know what? I don't necessarily want to type, right? Is there any way I could do this on my phone, but this time I will just dictate, all right? And I was able to do it. With my existing process, I keep making it better. So now it's the same, it works the same way. I take my phone, I press one button, there is this box that says recording. So I like, blah, 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 blah. As soon as I stop speaking, it goes to the body is already pre-filled. And so basically when I say blah, 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 it's actually going to take basically transcribe my words and use it as the subject line. Okay, so now my process is even better. So I'm like, all right, send an email to Bob for a meeting. It will transcribe this, it will put it in the subject line, I press OK, body is already filled, I press OK, boom, it sends me an email, and then I have it. Okay, so you might be like, oh, why don't you put it in Google Calendar and stuff? I could put it on Google Calendar and all that kind of stuff. It's just that me, I don't know why, I'm just a weird guy and I use emails. Okay, so I don't know how I ended up telling you this, but yeah, I was talking about constant improvement in what you're doing, okay? You don't have to start with the latest, perfect, shiny version of things, okay? Start with something easy that does the job, especially when you're getting started. So that content that you have, right? Use it on different platforms. And honestly, I don't know, like people are not following you on every single platform every day. Wait, I'm going to compare if they posted this there. No, nobody's doing that. People have their own life. They're too busy, checking the stuff on Instagram. So yeah, today I discovered the 2 accounts on, I think they're seals. Oh, they're the best. You know, those seals, full of blubber and stuff, were always sleeping. So I signed up to 2 of them. So me, I'm busy doing this and checking out puppies and stuff on Instagram. I don't have time to go and follow you on YouTube and Snapchat and all that kind of stuff to compare. So nobody freaking cares. So make sure you repurpose that content, and you will see like crazy things will happen, right? The best way is, even if you can automate that's even better. Connecting them so that you post somewhere, it's just going to repost somewhere else. Honestly, this is what I do, right? My stuff will go on my blog, it will go on YouTube, it will go on Instagram, it will go on Facebook page, Facebook group, it will go on SoundCloud, now it will go on Instagram, and it doesn't take too much work. So if someone is following me on one of these platforms, they will still get the content, okay? So anyway, save yourself the headache and the unnecessary work, like in the beginning, right? And again, as I said, at some point, once you've built your systems, that system that I just told you here, right? Once I built this, saves me time, then I can try to make it a little bit better, all right? And this is what I suggest you do I don't necessarily have all the answers, so it's my opinion again. But I think for some of you guys, it will help you, especially if you're getting started and you just think that for some reason, this is something that people care about, that the same content was posted on different platforms, okay? So anyway, that was pretty much it for today's episode, guys. And I will see you in the next episode. That was your host, Martin. Bye-bye.